participants. But we also have a presenter come in as well. The purpose of having a presenter come in is to inspire you as children and you as artists. I try to choose our presenter based on our theme as well. And as everyone is well aware, this year's theme was diversity needs. I decided to go with an artist who is diverse in their own right. Our presenters today are a family I know personally. Our artist today, that we're going to showcase today, is Eddie Lynn, and his parents, Jenny and James, are here to support him as well. Today you will have the opportunity to meet Eddie and learn about his many artistic talents. But what will be of greatest interest to everyone here will be watching how Eddie does his balloon art. And even having the diagnosis of being on the spectrum of autism, it has not kept him from pursuing and excelling at his many artistic talents. So let me first introduce Jenny, who is his mother.
Say hi, Jenny.
Hi, everyone. It was our honor to be here today. Diane is Eddie's occupational therapist when he was in elementary school, and throughout the years we have developed friendship. I always like to joke around. Diane is like Eddie's whisper. I don't know if you guys know me, like she really knows him. So we're very happy and we're very honored to be here with everybody today. He is my son, Eddie Lynn. I have 3 children. He's the middle one because he's not very verbal most of the time, meaning his expressive speech. Does anybody understand when a child is on the autism spectrum? Does anybody know what does that mean? Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
Does anyone know what it means to be on the spectrum of autism? Does anyone know a person who is on the spectrum of autism, or do you understand? Does everyone understand that? Anyone want to give a...
My cousin is, and it's when you can't express your feelings the way you want to.
Absolutely. There's an expressive speech component. Anyone else have something to add that's different than speech?
They have like trouble with their senses.
Yes, it is. It's a neurological disorder that has a sensory component to it. So they may hear things, smell things, taste things differently, and that makes them respond to their environment a little differently.
They may smile, but they'll be mad.
Yeah, that's a part of the socialization component where they may be smiling, but it's not generally how they feel. It's that social component of expressing and interacting.
I know someone and she's not as mature as her age. She doesn't mature fast.
Right, so she may be at a different developmental level, but again, what someone presents isn't exactly always what's happening cognitively in their brain.
They might do random actions at random times.
Right, there's some different actions that they may not do that another child of the same age may do, and it's typically what they call either a behavioral or a sensory-seeking behavior. Anything else before we move on?
My cousin, my neighbor has autism, and he can't really concentrate on the thing that he really wants to concentrate on.
Good, she said concentration, that's part of it too. Those are all great answers. So, in short, is that he learned very differently, and also that he understands questions a little differently. You guys are all 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, so I remember when he was at 1st grade, the teacher gave him a math question. The question was, if the first movie starts at 1 o'clock and the second movie starts 2 hours later, when will the second movie start? So what would you say the second movie will start?
At 3 o'clock.
That's how everybody normally would answer that question. He wrote it on his test you need to go to moviephone.com to check the time. So that's, his thinking process is a little different from everyone else. But just like what Ms. Cole has explained to you know, we all learn very differently. So he is a very visual learner, as you can see. Actually, his encounter with balloon art is very, I don't want to say, you know, it's kind of accidental. Believe it or not, one Saturday morning, my husband and I woke up and we saw our son on YouTube. He put himself on YouTube by learning from the artist. So what it is that he is a visual learner. I think a lot of you are probably learners like who can read directions. Like you see the written language and then you can learn. But he is a visual learner. He needs to see and then feel, and that's how he learns. So I think later on when you have different friends who learn differently, you'll understand not everybody only learns one way, right? And other than his balloon art that he developed on his own, he also enjoys drawing. And one of the kids out there has say that usually one of the characteristics of autism spectrum is that they have a hard time expressing themselves. So can you imagine that when you can express yourself, you get frustrated very easily? We started asking to draw, and I remember very early on, he will have a picture of all color on one paper because he can't really sort out his feelings. But now, throughout the years, he has developed different kinds of characters that he can, now I guess in a way, he sort out his feelings. So he can expressively display how he feels on art. And I believe, as a mother, that art and music has no language barrier. It is a way you can naturally look at certain pictures or listening to music, you can understand how the person feels. And another thing I wanted to tell all the kids here is that don't ever give up. I remember him taking art class, crying and crying, doesn't want to take the class. It's one block after another block. But you continue to try, and then you will find what really clicks with you. And you don't have to draw like a professional. I think it's the fact that you can express your feelings through art or through music. That's the most important thing. Also with his piano, he has taken classes for years. His other sibling has gone on to different books. But the thing is he doesn't ever give up. So now he can play music, entertain himself. He enjoys playing video games. So now he try to play, he listens on the video and he will try to play on the piano. Which I think that's the most important thing. Not that you want to be professional with it, but I think what it is that you get the interest and the love for art and music. And that's what Ms. Cole is trying to do here. He is an 8th grader at Woodrow Wilson Middle School in Edison. He will be going to high school next year. And like I said, he has his brother and sister, and believe it or not, siblings and friends are the biggest support for his developmental progress. And we thank you for giving us this opportunity to get to know Eddie, his artwork and work. Thank you.